Hey guys, NESComplex here. On this episode of Nintendo Powered Time Machine, we're going to travel back to March of 1989. We're going to tour the booths of CES. We're going to talk about the fantastic ninja action game, Ninja Gaiden, Gaiden, and we're also going to attempt to predict the winners of the 1988 Nintendo Power Awards. It's all here in issue number 5. Let's go.
Flipping through an issue of Nintendo Power is like traveling through time. Nintendo's fascinating, nostalgic, and sometimes hilarious past is captured forever on its pages. Journey with me through time to discover Nintendo's history.
While this issue was on newsstands, baseball movies like Major League and Field of Dreams were dominating the box office. On April 2nd, Hulk Hogan pretended to defeat Randy Macho Man Savage in WrestleMania 5. And Madonna debuted her ambiguously religious song, Like a Prayer, worldwide on a Pepsi commercial of all places. Before we dive into this issue, let me just say that Nintendo Power underwent some kind of metamorphosis while making it. The writing is tighter. The page layouts and artwork are qualitatively better. They introduced the Power Meter. And the games covered are the proverbial golden age of the NES. For me personally, this issue details an era that is most nostalgic to me. The cover has a ninja on it, which almost automatically makes it awesome. But scientifically speaking, this sun-moon thing makes no sense. In the mailbox section, there's a letter from a school teacher that, while it's not funny, it's good ammunition if you want to defend our hobby. He says that your games are so much more than simply quick reflexes. And then he goes on to talk about critical thinking and the problem solving required to make these games a challenge. Good points. There's also a picture of an old lady holding a smashed copy of Legend of Zelda at the Great Wall of China. Issue 5 continues the coverage of Zelda 2 by detailing the increasingly challenging 5th and 6th palaces. Coverage also includes a helpful map of important overworld item locations and another showing how to navigate your way to the Great Palace. Zelda 2 may be completely different than Zelda 1, but the fantastic diagrams, strategies, and artwork here remind me how amazing this underappreciated gem really is. Before the video game industry became the gargantuan money-making behemoth it is today, it didn't have its own trade show, but was instead lumped with VCRs and stereos at the Consumer Electronics Show, or CES. Apparently the cocky cartoon Nestor attended the 4-day show as a reporter, giving us the scoop on upcoming games. Like Sunsoft's Terminator prototype, that was like Dragon's Lair? This game never materialized, and Sunsoft lost the license, and if I'm not mistaken, this prototype evolved into something quite different. Journey to Silius. And LJN Toys announced Friday the 13th. Listen to this. Jason makes me nervous, I think I'll come back later. But what I think he meant to say is, I'm not gonna waste my time with this crap. At the bottom of page 18, gamers received the Broderbund Prophecy. It's a controller that senses the movements of your hands without you ever touching it. It doesn't work with all games, but imagine playing Punch-Out with just your fists. Ooh. Gamers were also introduced to a big surprise, the Power Glove. The surprise? It's a piece of crap. Finally, on page 20, Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden is a defining moment in action platforming and storytelling via cinema scenes. It is an action masterpiece, characterized by an intense soundtrack, ninja mythos, engrossing story, awesome power-ups like the windmill throwing star and screw attack, ninja spinny thingy, and powerful enemies like this guy, and this guy. But the fiercest enemy in this game, without a doubt, is the eagle. Issue 5 also introduces gamers to Adventure Island and Master Higgins. The series had 3 releases on the NES as well as a Super Nintendo version, and a convoluted connection to the Wonder Boy series on Sega. But after saying all that, I've never really gotten into the series. It always felt to me kind of like a Super Mario knockoff. I mean, look at this level design. Trees. And in round 4, more trees. This guy's cool though. He looks like Rocksteady with a cape. Well, here we go again. It's poster time. This poster is awesome. Strider. No Batman symbols or skateboarding cows, just awesome Striderness. The new preview section on page 41 introduces the power meter, but it isn't explained for 53 more pages on page 94. Oh look, a little muscle stands for how challenging a game is. I've never understood the challenge rating. A 5 is good? Wouldn't that mean a 10 would be awesome? So by that criteria, a game like Deadly Towers, which is basically impossible, would be the best game ever. The first game previewed is Strider. The balance of data disk analysis, cipher-slashing battles, vertical transport tubes, visiting and revisiting the international maze of angular passageways, and the intriguing cyberplot involving a supercomputer named Zane, all combined for serious NES fun. Plus, it's called Strider. This issue also previews Rare's underrated gem Cobra Triangle, Bayou Billy, the beat-em-up driving shooting hybrid. Haven't I seen her on a commercial? She gets around. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But we'll talk at length about TMNT next issue. This issue's top 30 shows the impact of the second wave of NES games. Games like Mario 2, Zelda 2, Contra, and Bionic Commando were giving old standbys like Zelda 1, Punch-Out, and Metroid a run for their money. And for some reason, Top Gun is still at number 15. Power Pad Playoffs 89. Was this annual? I don't know which team's gonna win, but my money's on Captain Kirk here. Plus, those red shirts would be lucky to survive the afternoon. The NES Journal section discusses Nintendo's AFD reality game system. Listen to this. The Game Pack Metroid teaches you how to give the dog a bath, clip its nails, and train it to fetch your slippers. Nintendogs? Of course, none of this stuff actually even existed because AFD stands for April Fool's Day. But Nintendo actually did have a prototype knitting machine. I'm serious. The celebrity profile section continued to dredge the pond of obscure celebrities like Shalane McCall, and while she is exceedingly beautiful, she was the former star of Dallas. Dallas? Were Nintendo-loving kids watching Dallas? I never did. Well, she was also dating that one guy for a while. This issue also began the long-standing tradition of the Nintendo Power Awards. Best graphics and sound. I'm gonna have to go with Blaster Master Metroid. Best theme, fun, Super Mario Bros. 2. Best ending, yeah right. Nope. Nah, never beat it. Yes, Bionic Commando. And for best overall, I choose The Legend of Zelda. I hope you enjoyed this episode. In the next episode of Nintendo Power Time Machine, we're going to be talking about issue number 6, featuring Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So stay tuned.